Divas, guess what we're doing this evening? We are creating our own Christmas cards, and we are using leftover drills to make them sparkle and shine. So what I like to do, first I'll tell you the ingredients that you need. You need some sort of glue, and I use, this is just tacky glue stuck in here. You could use white Elmer's glue if you'd like. I also use Tombow Aqua Liquid Glue, a Skizzers, some card blanks. Now these I bought in Michael's when they have the 2 for $10 sale, and you get 60 of them in here. These are from 2 different packs. One's a marble pack and one was a stripes pack. You need, well, these were blanks from some other cards that I could make, so I might use those. And I bought some at a yard sale. I bought some Christmas cards that, oh, I don't know, it was like a pack of 25 for 25 cents. And I had packs of Christmas cards. I forget where I bought them. This was a Hallmark one. It just says peace. It's a blank inside. But they would be nice because there's lots of places to put gems on that. And here's another one that I bought probably from a thrift store or some kind of a after Christmas sale or something like that. I use at the same thrift store, I bought a pack of blank envelopes that are multiple different sizes. This is another pack. It was on sale at either Joann's or Michael's. I have old Christmas cards here that I got from years past, and I'm going to be pulling through those and show you how to make something new out of Christmas cards that you received last year or the year before. Okay. And I have leftover drills. These happen to be the pearls, but I have silver and gold as well. And we're just going to play. I like to make sure that what I'm using has an envelope to go with. So, this pack is already Christmas cards that are blank, that I've either made or made in years past, or from kits. Or the variety of Christmas cards from those 25-cent packs. And a couple of them I find that are too sparkly to really use. They've already been sparkled and gemmed, so I don't really need to zhuzh them up any. Putting them aside. I also need a paper trimmer. You can use one that has a scorer, which means when you put the paper in, it only puts a dent, a fold line where you want it, and the other one is a cutting tool. And you might want to make sure that the blade is nice and sharp on it, because otherwise it'll tear up your cardstock. So that's that. I will need this. Alright. I like to be sure that each blank has an envelope. So I'm going to be playing with this to see if I like this better as an old card. This one says for a special son and daughter-in-law. And what I did is I took the top off. Okay, that's my in-laws. I like the sentiment on the inside, and I might cut the sentiment out. What I did was I ripped the top off, and you can use your cutter for that. And this says, wishing the two of you all that's warm and wonderful about Christmas and all that's happy and healthy in the new year. So, there are people on my list that are 2. So when it says 2 of you, it doesn't have to mean a certain 2 of you. But I will cut them down. I will have a trash bag right next to me here. for all these little pieces and whatnots. And I will get close to these things. So I can use this as a blank on the inside of a new card that I made. Alright, that's an example there. Now this one I could actually cut into 2 cards. I could cut the top sentiment off. I can use this as a cutout, and I could use the bottom half that is all like snowflakes. I could use that as one, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to get as close as I can to the line. Now you need to know your cutter as to where the cut line goes. Get it as straight as possible. Alright, could have gone a little closer to that. Since I'm going to cut that square out, I'm going to cut along that line this way. And I've decided I want to cut along, it looks like it has a band on either side. What I'm going to do is cut a chunk out of either side so that it looks like there is a band still around it. So I'm going to do this. Right on these framing lines here. Right? Do that on the other side. I didn't cut enough off the bottom here. Make it look nice. Okay. Maybe I'll put you in a little bit. Pardon me. Alright, so I'm cutting this down. It's going to look like it has a band on it. Okay. If I cut right on that line, it's going to be nice and even. Trim it off, make it nice and clean. See? So I cleared that off. And I'm going to find something to use these 2 on. Alright, and I'm going to throw away the envelope that came with the card because I don't need that anymore. Let's see, I'm going to use some of the, should I use something like that? That looks pretty, doesn't it? Should I use a plain one? Let's see. Could either be red or green or blue, maybe. I don't want the pink. Let's see. Do I like that or do I like that? Oh, no, no, no. I like that one much better. What do you think? All right. Back in there. Now it's just being funny. All right, I'm just going to put them aside. These are being a pain. Cut this part out. It's just being a pain in the neck. Okay, I really like it on there. That's kind of cool, isn't it? So I'm going to make sure I have an envelope that goes with it. Okay, I'm going to chuck out those. Alright, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the glue here. Make sure it starts. Yep, ready to start. Make sure I know which end is open. Alright, now I'm going to make sure I glue to the edges. Because if the edges stick up, it doesn't look good. You could also take a tape runner that you use for scrapbooking and do that. So the open flap is near you. And there we go. I'm going to glue this on. So as I wait for this to dry, I'm going to put something heavy on top of it. Which will just be one of the other card things at the moment. I'm going to do that to a whole bunch of cards. I may use this as the back of one. Or the top of one. I don't know yet. I'm going to do that to a whole stack of Christmas cards that I got from last year. Okay. Let's see. It's the same thing. Alright. Either that, or if I wanted to put it in the blue, what would I have to cut off? Oh, well that wouldn't be terrible either. Get over here. Let's see if I can take off a little off of each side. Some off the bottom. Now will it fit in here? Yay! See, then it fits perfectly. Now that's ready to bling. And I don't have to glue this onto anything. I could write the sentiment right on the back of the old card. Oh, goodness gracious. And if I need to write more than the space I have available on the back of the card, I can always add a letter to it. So that is now ready to bling all by itself. Alright, where's the other part of this? This would look pretty in here. Maybe this right on the front of that. How about that? Okay, how about that? This was what I cut off of the first one that I used. I can put that on. This is what the center of this one was. That would look pretty. And it just says, wishing you every joy at this wonderful time of year. And there you go. That is a Christmas card right there. I don't have to glue that on anything. This one seems a little crooked, so I want to like even it up here. To make sure it's nice and straight. Otherwise it'll look goofy. Yeah, that's good. Now I want to use my scrapbook adhesive for that. What I want to do is just along the outside edge of this. Right? Use my scrapbook adhesive because this is heavier cardstock than the inside of that other one was. Okay. Now I'm an eyeballer. I don't always measure. There we go. Ta-da! Now what I do have to find is, I'm not going to use that blue envelope because that would be wasting too much space. I have smaller envelopes here that it will fit in just fine. Right? Do I have any shorter envelopes? They're just as wide but short. Nope, not those. And I'll go through it a couple times just to be sure I have exactly what I need. But anyway, here we go. That's ready to bling. Since I'm working blue, I have this blue one. Very pretty. Alright, I'm going to cut the top off. There we go. Make sure it's right even. Okay, push on that one. I'm going to cut the sentiment out of the middle. Oop, didn't quite get enough out of that one. Okay. And almost, and bloop. Now I can either use it with that front, or I can use it with something else, right? Some more trash. This just says Noel, and that by itself would make a good card. And that fits perfectly in there. The back is unmarred. You can either glue that sentiment on the back and then add your own words. And in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. I'll go long ways across them. Okay. And I'm going to put it right over. See, you can see maybe the shadowing of the words from the front onto it, or the words where these were. So I'm just going to put this right over top of the area that contained the words. Okay, now that's ready to bling. See, you can change these things very easily. Very easily. This one is coming apart. That's what it is. These are like little glue shards across the bottom here. You I'm going to do next because you're a mess. You are a mess. I can make it look like you're rolling through snow without doing this messy stuff. Okay. Oof, boy, that's a mess. All right. I'll cut this one up. Now I could do one of two things with this. I'm going to turn it over and get the words off. Along with these words, kind of got that too tight. Really, really came close. All right. As you can see, I could use a sharper blade on this. A little bit closer. All right. Now this one, I could cut the little puppy out here too. And I'm going to probably do some kind of a circle thing around him. I could use that on the same card or a different one. Okay. These things are trash. But you know, I just vacuumed the floor too, and I got all that mess. All right. Now I have a decision to make. This was the old envelope, and that's going to go bye-bye. Nothing written on the inside. I can use this on the back, but I want to find an envelope that will go well in. Now that doesn't go too well together. These blues just don't match. Maybe this red one does. Ooh, I like it on the red. What do you think? I like the red on that. I'm just going to clean up this edge because I do not have a sharp blade in, like I told you to do. So I get these little fuzzy things across the top here that I snip off. Okay. Now, like I said, this could be the whole card in itself. It doesn't have to be a double layer card. So I'm going to put this, glue this in here, and I might just... I don't want to cut it all out like that. I don't know, I'll round the corners off a little bit. Put that on the bottom. And there you go. Now this one I can use this glue on. Okay. Put that toward the bottom where it was on the inside of the card. I'm going to do this here. On the edges. that up toward the top. There's no shadowing to worry about from this one. Okay. Great. And as I work, this will dry and it's not popping up or anything, so I'm going to put that on the to be blinged pile. Alright. What about this one? Beautiful Angels. Alright. Now this has a gold band all the way around the outside. So I'm going to want to include that gold band on here. I don't want to cut off the gold band because it would look bad. It would look different than the other end. Yes. In fact, I didn't quite get close enough on this side. It's alright, I gotta defuzzy it anyway, right? Okay. Nice. Nothing written on the inside. That's what we want. May the true gifts of the season be yours. Peace, hope, and love. Okay. Sounds good. I don't want you guys to think that I'm a cheapskate, but you know, we all have to economize this Christmas, right? We all have to economize. And I haven't bought postage for Christmas cards in a long time, but I do these, I give them to co-workers. Then I can just hand it to them. Or put in their mailbox or on their desk, whatever. So, you don't have to mail them if you don't want to. I'm not sure. I don't really like the inside of this one though, because I don't know if you can see it, but it's got these black lines. Like it's been run through some kind of something. Something. So I'm going to take... Yep, this works. Not bad either. Alright. I'm going to glue this the way I did the other one. With the goop. And I'm using a very thin bead. I'm not squeezing out a whole lot. I don't want it to squeeze out over the edges. I do, however, want to get this one right. I'm going to write on it, so I'm going to use those little track marks as a writing guide, I think. And I think that will work out just fine. Yeah. Okay. And there's a card, an envelope for that. Throw that one out. Don't need to keep that. Alright. Now, I can either cut this. This would look cute on top of another card. So let's do that. This one. You stay over there. Let's do that. Well, alright, yep. Put the lid on the glue. Goofy. I'm going to cut this in just a bit. There we go. Now you'll see that one side has a smaller area of white than the other side, so I need to skin off the edge on that one too, so that it looks more even. Easier said than done, right? Either that or I'll cut the whole white thing off. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut the whole white thing off. Because I can't get it perfectly even. And I don't want it to look stupid. Now in this case, if you have some plain white cardstock, you could glue it on there. You could glue it on the plain white cardstock. You can cut it to size, whatever size you want, twice the size, and fold it in half. Right? I'm going to see if I can find a blank that this would look good on. Now, looks pretty on that envelope in a light blue. Let me see if I have a light blue amongst these things. I do. I have a marble blue. Maybe it'll go like nicely on the marble blue. Nope. Too small. This card is too small for it. I wonder. I don't know. Are they bigger? Are these bigger? Yeah, those envelopes are bigger. Let's see if I can't use one of these instead, because at least I have some room on the edges. Alright. I have navy blue and beige. I don't want beige. It's kind of like thick. How about green? They go pretty on the green. I don't know. Looks okay on the green. Just okay. Yeah. Looks better on the navy blue than the green, don't you think? I'm not going to use pink. Definitely not going to use ecru. Now see pink. Although pink cheeks show up nicely on it. I have tan and ecru. I don't want either tan or ecru. It makes the snow look dirty. I'll use the dark blue, I think. What do you think? Dark blue or the pink? That's a tough call, isn't it? Well, I have a light blue envelope. So maybe the dark blue be better. I don't know. I don't know. Stop, 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 stop. I keep flinging things over. It's not cool. So I'm going to go to town on these things.